Hey yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new podcast, the first episode of the podcast. I am Gio, aka Ghost to Lane, and we have my boy Hassan. Say hi, Hassan.
Hello.
Now, Hassan is actually the host of this, but I'm actually going to be the main introducer.
The co-host. And we can co-host it, dude.
Oh, we get the co-host. Yeah, we're the
Co-host.
co-hosts.
Co-host. Yeah,
So
exactly.
this podcast is kind of going to be like a little bit more casual on the leaner side, on the more like fun and casual, not so super straight, super serious. But we might go into serious topics later. But yeah, so far this is kind of like this is a test trial kind of thing, but we're gonna see how it goes later on. But yeah, my name's Gio. I'm a YouTuber. A little bit about me. I'm currently 20 years old. I'm a YouTuber, 250,000 subscribers. I'm mostly focused on League of Legends, educational content, entertainment content, and I've been doing this for quite a while now, possibly even a decade now.
Even
So
a
I've been doing
decade
this for a
content
while.
creating, yeah. I think we met when you were like 16 in solo queue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was 16 in solo queue. I was like making stupid videos on the internet. I was like, hey, what are you doing? And we met in solo queue, which is so weird.
Yeah, man,
We
so
had
I'm pretty sure you went negative, but you were the only one that had a positive attitude. You were Yasuo.
so
No,
I
I
was
remember you were
I
Yasuo.
was I was playing Yasuo mid lane. I was autofilled and I fed my butt off. But I was so positive that this guy was so nice. He's like, "You're the nicest diamond player I've ever met." I'm like, "Oh, dude, thanks, bro. I know I'm nice, but I
And,
did feed. That game was my fault. I apologize."
and you were
Sorry,
irrelevant, so I didn't even know your name at the time.
but we were
But
both
we
irrelevant.
were both nobodies. I mean,
It's all good. But yeah, that's a little bit about me, a little bit about my background. If you guys have any questions, make sure to like leave a comment if there is an option for that, and I'll try to get back to you guys. But
oh, I
here we have
know.
this.
Oh, hey. Hi, my name is Hassan. What do I do? I go to school at work. Right now I'm going to school for business and computer science. And let's see, what else? What else about me? I stream on Hassan.gg. That's the website.
Hassan.gg, boys.
Hassan.gg, easy peasy. Aside from that, I mean, pretty casual league player. I mean, playing for 7 years now, since season 3. Aside from that, I mean, you guys will learn more about me as time goes on.
You guys are gonna like Hassan a lot. He's such a likable guy. Even
Thank
if you
you.
don't agree with the points he might have like to make, you're still gonna like him.
I
It's so weird. It's like it's the biggest controversy
It's
ever.
the
It's so
biggest.
confusing.
Yeah, I mean, I try to be respectful. We also need a
Yeah.
podcast name, so just in the comments below, just give names.
Oh yeah. If you
The
guys have any
best.
names for
If
what
we
the
if we
what the
if we
podcast?
choose your name, you get a $20 Amazon gift card or any gift card that you choose, as long as we choose your name. So throw any name you want out there, as long as it's good. It can be related to both of us. It can be related to video games, whatever you enjoy.
The
Prefer
topics we go over or like our
preferably
niche or like who we are. Really.
preferably something about our personalities or us in general. And my voice is gonna crack a lot. I mean, I'm gonna not edit that out because I want you guys to know that I'm going through puberty lifelong. I'm
Absolutely.
I'm also 22 years old.
But today we're gonna go over some topics and we're just gonna have a good time because the end this podcast is for entertainment. Also,
Of
it's
course,
good to have like a discussion of what's going on in our current world and have a say in what's
it's
going
very
on, not
important to
just
stay
kind
up
of
to date.
things
Yeah,
go by. Yeah, especially nowadays where everything's just so crazy with quarantine and
yeah. Seriously.
politics as well. With
Let's talk about what you
yeah,
did during quarantine, man.
yeah. So quarantine, I actually just I hard grinded a ton of different business ventures
Oh, that's
online,
interesting.
and it was super fun. So I'm like really into social media and social media management really in particular. So I love like taking somebody from nobody to somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Knowing the things that I know. I have 100 million views on my main channel, so I kind of
Oh
know how
shit,
like
really?
YouTube works.
Congrats. That's actually kind of insane. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually
Yeah,
kind of 100 million, dude.
that's
So
crazy.
you
Yeah,
could literally go into a normals game and be like, "You remember Goes to Lane?" And I'm sure at least two or three people would say, "Yeah." Each game. You know how insane that is?
yeah. So it's quite a bit of views, but yeah. So what I like to do is I kind of like seeing things go viral. That's kind of my thing. It's kind of my
Mm-hmm.
niche. I love
Mm-hmm.
doing crazy things that nobody's done before.
Mm-hmm.
I love
That's
doing
pretty
crazy
cool.
things.
So what
But
do you?
yeah, so
Go ahead.
go
What were you saying?
so during quarantine, yeah, I was mostly just indoors, dude. I didn't go out and party or anything
Same. Oh, you
because
need condition.
everyone has work off, so it's kind of like a good time for like young people to party. But I
No,
would
seriously.
advise again. But
Please wear a mask. If you guys don't wear a mask, please wear a mask.
absolutely,
Also,
absolutely,
if anyone disagrees
wash
with
your hands.
masks, please come talk to me. We'll talk live. All right. Please just wear a mask. Just don't be idiots. Please don't be idiots. Wear a mask
Absolutely,
so this can be over so we
absolutely.
can all go outside. It's really simple, dude.
And it may suck for you, right? But you have to think about others, and like
Yeah,
community.
seriously, dude.
So
Stop being
it's
selfish.
yeah, it is somewhat selfish to kind of like avoid the rules that I mean, I guess it goes on your beliefs, but still, it's like scientifically proven that if we do wear masks, if we do wash our hands, then it's much less likely that the spread of coronavirus will
Exactly. It's
rise.
dude. What do you think Hong Kong did? Like Hong Kong, their lockdowns are completely done. They're completely back to normal. What do? They wore masks and the social distance. It's not hard. I swear to
Absolutely.
God, it's not hard.
We will like the faster, like the more we cooperate and the more we like come together and like do the things that we're supposed to do, the faster we're gonna go back to like real life, like how things were normal.
Yeah, and so dude, I
Normal.
actually so I work at AT&T. My work, my beliefs don't represent my work, so they're all my own. They have nothing to do with my work. So if I
Mhm.
share any stories that happen at work, they have nothing to do with AT&T's ethics or AT&T's work values. So something that happened today was there was this girl who came in to buy something, and I'm like, how's the coronavirus been treating you? I like to have conversations, and I don't like to put my 2 cents into it if it's a customer, because I'm working. I don't want to talk about politics with the customer, so
Want to be
it's
as unbiased as possible.
exactly unbiased as possible, regardless of what side you're on. I'm gonna ask you how you feel about it, and then she was like, "It's all a hoax," and then I'm like, I had just a dumbfounded
So
look,
I can
right?
understand why she would say that though, with the whole statistics coming out with the coronavirus being like 6% of the people that don't have so only 60%
Hmm.
actually died of like people that
Of
didn't
actual
have any
corona.
condition,
Well, yeah, but think about
right?
this, dude. We're what, number two in the most obese in the fucking world, and you're really
Yeah,
gonna tell me and you're
obese
really
is
gonna
the
tell me
medical
just because
condition, but
6%, like
yeah,
most people have underlying conditions like asthma. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of them had diabetes. I'm not sure if coronavirus affects you if you have diabetes, but I'm pretty
it
sure
does. It
it
does. It
exactly.
does.
So,
I
dude, it's
yeah,
like exactly. So just if possible, stay inside and wear a mask. Simple.
absolutely. I
So,
agree. I agree fully. And honestly, yeah, half our country is obese. So
yeah, hold on.
that's something.
Let's actually look up the obesity rate. Hold on.
It's high. It's very high.
U.S. obesity rate,
I feel like we should be kind of like I feel like that should be like a high priority of ours. I think
dude.
Michelle Obama tried to like have like spark new movements,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
71.6% of all Americans, adult 20 and above, are overweight,
no freaking way. 70
and
what?
39% are crude obesity. Wow.
Dude, okay, I don't know like okay, it's weird because whenever I go outside, I don't typically see that many obese people. I don't know, maybe it's cuz I live in like in a hip area maybe. But like it's weird cuz like 70% is such a big number. It's way
70%
tough.
of overweight. Okay, but you have to factor that in. So muscles is not factored in the overweight, because technically, if we're
Can you
going, but
be obese but like be muscular? That's
you
weird.
can,
That
but
doesn't sound right.
those are rare.
No.
But like the overweight situation, so like technically I'm overweight. According to the BMI scale, I'm overweight for my
How
height and
much
my
do you
weight.
weigh?
I weigh
How much do you
180,
weigh?
185.
How tall are you? You're 6 foot.
I'm like 5'9", 5'10".
But yeah, because I've seen you in person. You're not overweight. You're not fat.
But then
You're
according
not,
to the
you look
BMI scale,
overweight.
they
I
don't,
don't know if
yeah,
BMI.
but they don't factor in the muscles too. So that's also a factor. So
Okay, okay.
with
So I
the
think you need to like. So I think that's so weird because yeah, I feel like so they don't put that into account. Obviously,
but
yeah.
with obesity it's different, because with obesity you can't be like 5'9" and like 300 pound of muscle, and that's not 39% of
Mhm.
the population. So that's another factor.
So I'm not actually surprised by the statistic because I've been overweight many times in my life. I've kind of gone up and down with a whole weight situation. I've been very overweight. I've been very skinny. I've been very muscular. I've been very like very very big, like at least 70 pounds overweight, which is really really bad. Mostly
70
fat.
pounds. Wow. I mean, but still,
Yeah,
like,
because I was
but
270. It was really really
I
bad.
feel like you're out of good shape now though.
Yeah, I am. I'm 190 right now, and it's a lot of it's muscle. So let's go. Let's go.
Also, you're
A
pretty
lot of
tall. How tall are you? 6'4", 6'4"?
I'm 6'4", 6'4".
6'4", dude.
So I finally
Single?
got my stuff together.
Are you single? Are you single? For all the ladies that
Yeah.
are watching, you're single? Slide in your Twitter DMs.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. All right, dude. What's even
But
going
yeah.
on in the world, dude?
So yeah. I like sticking on the obesity kind of thing. Obesity topic.
Mm-hmm. No, it's definitely a
So
big factor.
yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. If half our country is obese, that is literally
39%.
that is
That's
technically like you are more likely
wow.
to have some serious
No, seriously.
complications
So
if you
how are
do
you not
continue
gonna have
living.
underlying conditions if 39% of the country is obese? And this not just obesity, it's this diabetes. It's all multiple different types of diabetes. And also
Mhm.
the worst part is that lifestyle gets promoted to the kids of the obese people, because
Oh shoot.
they don't know anything better. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna live a life of obesity and no self control.
Dang, I didn't even take that into account actually. It's really, really Good that you dove into that, actually.
So it's kind of same thing with poverty. Like the reason poverty is intergenerational is not because people are stupid and that poor people don't know thing about life. It's that it's so hard to overcome poverty.
Dude, it's so yeah, when you grow up with something, so actually there's like a cool study where it's like
Hmm.
I think it's like 80% of your self-esteem throughout your entire life is literally centered around your first 7 years of human existence,
Is that
of
really?
how you were raised. Yeah, so like your
Wow,
first seven
that's
years, if your parents always cheered you with compliments and cheered you on and always told you could do
or
something,
like
you are more likely to succeed in life and have higher self-esteem and think of yourself very highly. But if your parents pushed you down and abused you and kind of like always pushed you down and always told you you can't do things or
oh you
stop being
can't do shit. Yeah,
unrealistic or
Dude, you know
like
actually that's
basically
very common. That's very common.
it is. It is. So I always like recommend like, hey, if you have somebody in your life that's very young, build their self esteem because it's going to
That's
carry out throughout their entire life.
yep.
It's like the whole mindset of like rich and poor, right? People who grew up poor have this mentality of like they don't like it's so being poor is a mentality. It's a way of thinking.
Hmm.
I personally think poor and rich are two different things. Rich means a lot of money. Poor means you're kind of poor is a mindset, I feel,
Hmm.
and a lot of people may not agree with me, but if you get what I'm going here. So when you grow up poor and you don't have much, you always think of like how you're conditioned to think the way that won't lead you to prosperity.
So if
Because
you think about it this way, if it's kind of like habits. So there was actually one of my favorite quotes was, ch- um, habits are too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken. So like, if you're in the habit of constantly, if your family was grew up poor and you weren't really good with your money, it's not the
Mhm.
fact that poor people don't know how to save their money. It's that they were never
No,
taught how to
no,
save their money.
that's not the case where like being poor, you're not educated or you don't
Exactly.
know.
No, no, no. That's but
It's
with a
mhm.
lot of welfare programs, a lot of people, what they don't understand is no one wants to be on welfare. No one wants to rely on anyone. But when you don't know anything better in life, you're supposed to have welfare. So it's kind of like if we don't better our education system, we're gonna go down a path of even more poor and stupid people. So it all comes.
So
Go ahead.
yeah, so this is actually a long analogy, so I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna give you an analogy right now.
Okay. So what no, all I was saying is that it all comes down to the education and how the system literally benefits from people being poor and uneducated.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
so I think employees are actually trained. So in the school system, you're not trained to think out of the box. You're not trained to be good with money. You're trained to they actually don't train you for like financial education on purpose. They don't want you to be financially literate. They don't want you to save money. They don't want you to invest. They don't
Oh
want
no.
you to do that. They do want you to save money actually. They want you to hold that money. They want you to buy a house. They want you to do all these things that are normal, but they don't actually teach you real financial literacy that'll lead to like actual prosperity
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to like investing and opening up companies. And they don't want that because it benefits them for you not knowing, because it keeps you as a slave. It keeps you as a
Exactly,
debt
and
slave. It
and
keeps you,
and that's why interest is so popular in the U.S. So if you look at interest rates
Mhm.
in credit card, personally, I think interest rates are actually going to be the decline it is going to be the reason for another depression in the U.S. Right now, interest rates are at 22 to 20. Hold on, let's look up average
for a
interest
credit card or for what?
for
Like
credit
we're
card,
talking about.
I'm sorry,
Oh
for
yeah, yeah.
credit card.
So for
Um,
a credit card, it's very high. They're trying to. So every time you put your dollar in the bank isn't holding your money, it's lending it out 20 times multiple of what you just gave them,
mhm.
and they're lending it out. They're making money on your money. So that's why you should
So
never
the
save money. You
average
should invest,
the
and that's why they
average
don't teach you
interest
that.
rate is 17.8%.
Yeah, that's pretty high. Mine is
That's
like I think
ins-
mine is a little bit lower. It's like 15%, but it's still pretty
mhm.
high. It's high.
And then hold on, one more thing. Okay, hold on. Guess the average debt for
The average American has like $20,000 worth of debt. I'm pretty sure in credit.
take a wild guess at the average hold on. Average American debt.
I think 100K because they have like
Okay, so
cars and-
let's actually go down the list. Okay, let's actually go down the list. So we have all
Alright.
different kinds. Guess the average Generation Z and younger millennials. Our ages 18 to 24. We're
In credit
generation.
card or what? Like, are we talking overall debt or are we
So
talking specific?
these are I believe overall debt. So it's by CNBC. It's how much debt average American have at every age. So Generation Z and younger millennials. Take a guess at age 18 to 24.
18 to 24. So they're just taking out loans for school. So I'm assuming that's
Smart.
putting into account. They have
Mm-hmm.
credit card bills, they have car payments.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're getting your first car, obviously you can't pay for cash. You don't have a job. You don't have any experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have credit card bills. You have car payments. I'm gonna guess you probably have like on average probably $50,000 to $70,000. Is that
That's
too
a
much?
little too much. Yeah, the average is
I'm
twenty two
thinking college
thousand
is
dollars
huge.
because college is only really mostly expensive in the in California and out of state and yeah California. So
Oh,
like let's
really?
look
Wait,
at
how much is, wait, California tuition's really high, I know. But is it
average cost of college in California. So let's see. So the average cost of California is 14,000. Let's look at some nowhere like I don't know Delaware or
Missouri?
something.
Like Missouri or
Yeah,
something.
how do you even spell
Delaware,
okay?
yeah.
Missouri college cost.
You type really fast. What's your typing speed?
Like I actually it was like it's around 80 to 90 minutes per
Wow.
words per minute, sorry.
I have like 60.
Yeah, that's actually not bad.
All that flaming.
Yeah, all that flaming, dude. Wait, actually, okay, I was actually very wrong. It's a give or take about the same throughout the U.S. So that means
That makes sense.
so we're factoring in other things such as credit cards, cars. So when someone gets out of school or their parents' place, they have to get a car. They have to get a schooling. Okay, cool. So, and then credit cards, and they have to pay their bills. Okay, cool. So let's go to the next one. Older millennials, which is 25 to 34, gets their average
I'm
average
gonna guess
debt.
100K. 100K.
100K. You're actually wrong. It's 42,000. So
Oh dang, dude. I know it's high, but like, oh my God, why am
yeah.
I thinking 100K? Because I'm thinking like they're having. I think people are buying homes like at
But the
30,
thing is,
right?
they can't. In this economy, age 30 cannot buy a house unless they're a YouTuber, and at the same time they're working Postmates. At the same time they have a full time job. At the same time they're selling cocaine on the side.
You,
You can't afford a house in LA
it's
unless you
hard.
do all these four things at once.
I feel like even if you have a college degree and you're making like 40K,
Hundred
it's really hard
percent.
to
No,
buy a
100.
house.
It's really extremely hard, dude.
You would
Average.
have to be married and you both have to have a collective income of
Yep.
100K plus.
Yep. And then so this is what it says. Among older millennials, credit card balances are the leading source. So credit cards are the main reason why people are in debt. So if you can, try to minimize the spending on
Avoid debt.
credit card. Okay,
Avoid
so
debt.
now
I
let's
think
go.
that is the number one way to kill your wealth.
Interest is. So now this is actually you want to know something interesting?
Yeah, interest. No. It's so when you borrow money, right? You're so okay. The reason why it's not okay. It's not the interest. Okay, interest. Yeah, people pay high interest, right? But when you're spending a credit card, you think that you have more money than you actually do. When you
No,
have a
for real,
card,
for real.
right?
Like I do.
Psychologically, you spend more when you have a credit
You're
card.
100% right. I recently
Everyone-
got my American Express Gold card. I feel rich. Like I feel like I can spend anything anywhere. And
So yeah. So
okay,
it's not the interest. The interest, yeah, it's a little bit of it, but it's the psychological thing where it's just like, I have a credit card. I don't have the cash right now, but I do feel like I have money right now,
exactly.
and I'm gonna spend it. You overspend, and you're leveraging
then-
yourself,
So
and that's why that's killing your wealth because you're spending.
And then-
for junk. Because half the time when you're using your credit card, you're paying for junk. You're not paying for
and then
essentials.
and it comes down to the point where you're just like, oh, interest is $20 a month. That's no big deal. But then at the end of the day, when they have 10 million customers and everyone's paying $20, they just made $200 million.
I have a friend, dude, where he like as soon as he got his new credit card, he got like a really nice one. I'm not sure what it was. It was something like Chase. It wasn't like a black card. It was like nothing crazy, but it
Not
he
an
had a really
American
nice
Express Gold
right?
card.
And it had like a $20,000 limit or something like that, right? First thing he did, as soon as he got like the upgrade and the limit, right? As soon as he got it, dude, and as soon as he paid off his last card, he immediately went to the dealership and put a down payment with his credit card. So he literally put a down payment with his credit card.
You gotta
I don't
be
know if he-
stupid.
I don't know if he like took out an advance. I don't know, but he like literally used his credit card to put a down payment on a new car. So I don't. So the credit card, it's not the interest. It tricks you. It tricks
does.
you.
Mhm.
All psychological.
And then okay, so now this is gonna get more interesting. So we went over older millennials, and now let's look at Generation X, which is 35 to 49. Ages 35 to 49. Guess their average debt.
I'm gonna guess 100K.
See, that's where you're wrong. It's only $39,000.
Wait. Sorry. Which generation is this?
35 to 49. So some of them can afford houses, some of them can't afford houses.
Dude, why was I thinking so much higher? I'm thinking everyone has homes that are worth like 200K, 300K.
Yeah,
They have
see,
100 plus.
a lot of people, dude, hold on. A lot of people are struggling right now. But okay, so then it comes down to like, so we can talk about Trump's economy later. So if we look at the overall chart of wage growth versus inflation versus cost of living, actually, it's only been declining. So your dollar is worth less every year under President Trump. So doesn't matter if fucking stock market is going fucking skyrocket. That doesn't affect most people because top 10% of people own 80% of stock. So it's not benefiting you. It's benefiting the people who already have money.
Dude,
So
it's it's kind of like that thing where it's just like you don't okay, so it's like if you're not like the owner of a company in the stock market, you're a sucker. It's because like these guys that are trading so much faster than they literally have like robots and machines to beat you at your trade
mhm.
right before you do it. So like they literally have algorithms to beat you. And these guys are in the market. They're not even like trading as a casual person. They're literally like the market. So like Wall Street is literally the market. If you're not like a part of these companies, like if you're not like an insider and you're not like 20 years experience, you're probably going to lose in the stock market
Mhm.
unless your goal is to like hold long
Unless
term.
hold long term, yeah.
Hold long term.
So let's go over
If
this.
you're day trading, you're going to lose.
Let's just finish this. So it's gonna be for those ages 35. Home mortgages are the number one source of debt, and then
Yeah,
about
no, that
yeah,
makes sense and that's fully reasonable.
and 32% of members of this age group typically owe credit card debt. Oh no, sorry, credit card is the number two source, and then car loans and education debt 7%. That's not bad. Okay, so now
Yeah, that's not bad. I thought education would be much worse,
let's go to
but
the baby
actually, did
boomers.
you know that like I think it was like 70% of like the United wait, what population of the United States is actually that like actually has a college degree? Because I'm pretty sure only
Take a guess. Hold on,
like
hold
40
on. Um,
only 30%.
yeah. So I was actually discussing that with someone else in my Discord the other day.
Only 70% of people only have a college or a high school degree, I think.
No, so college. Okay, so um. Okay, here, I got the statistics pulled up. Let's go over this, and then we'll go over the statistics of how many
The
people
debt.
actually have a degree and don't have a degree. So baby boomers, guess how much they owe?
The
So 50
baby,
ages 50 plus.
I'm just gonna assume 50K because I've been wrong this entire
30
time. Am I
30
gonna be wrong?
36K. Close, close. So same thing.
So they
Go ahead.
owe, so do they owe less or more than Gen X or
They
sorry?
owe less because keep in mind they're paying their debts over time. As
Mhm.
as they get older,
And as
there's
you're closing to retirement, you don't want to have a ton of debt, do
you
you? As
don't
you're
no,
closing
you
like
really don't. And thing,
mm,
if you have the option to start a 401k, start it right away. Start a
I think
retirement account right
401K with
away
a match is really
with a
like
match. So if your company matches it,
really good. You
you
should
better
take
be
that.
exactly, dude.
I'm usually against 401K because I'm like, oh, dude, why put your money where you can't touch it? But if they're matching it, it's free money. You should take that immediately. And even if like like you lose your job or something, you really need the money, you can
Yeah,
always take it out with a small penalty.
it's
There's
a
still
small penalty, yeah. And then okay, cool. So it's mostly because of credit cards, car loans, and mortgages. All right, cool. So let's go to the education. This is really really interesting. Guess how many people in the U.S. We'll do high school diploma, bachelor's, and then master's, and then doctorates. Okay. So let's go over how many people ages 25 and over have a high school diploma
wait. So ages 25 or older.
with a high school diploma. Yeah.
So I'm gonna assume that like 80% of people have high school diploma.
89% of people. You were close. You were close.
90%. You should
Close.
have like it's really
Close.
easy. Even if you can't get it, a GED
It's brain dead
is
easy. Yeah.
double collecting.
This also
You're good.
includes GED. Yeah. Okay. So then, guess how many people have a bachelor's degree? Ages 25 and
Bachelor's
over.
degree. So four-year degree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna guess 30%.
34%. You were close. You were close. And then what about master's and doctorate's degree?
That's gonna be like 5%.
Nope. 13%.
13% have
Mm-hmm.
master's degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
And
that's
then
kind of like it's pretty good.
guess how many of them have
6 years,
doctorates?
right?
Doctorates. This is the actual doctorate's degree.
Oh, this is like 3%, dude. There's no way.
2%.
Okay, that's close.
2% of people have doctors. That's why they get paid a lot, because of supply and demand. The demand for
Yeah,
these doctors are actually insane.
we're always gonna need doctors, dude. Think about the pandemic, dude. We're gonna need
No,
doctors.
seriously, no. If this pandemic is a reason for you to go back to, this pandemic should be a reason, because you see how many people got laid off.
Absolutely.
All these people, dude, you're disposable. Let me tell you right now,
When
you
you
are
are 3%
disposable.
of the population, when you're 3% of the population, people want you, bro.
People,
People want
exactly.
you.
If
You're
you're a
always gonna have a
doctor,
job option. You're always gonna have security in your work. So go to college.
go to
I mean,
college,
college.
or find out what you could do to profit off times like this.
Actually, so I'm like actually a big like I'm a big supporter of like not going to college and figuring out your own thing, right? But it's like it's if you really seek stability and security in your life, shoot, it pains me to say this, but I think college is like definitely a good way. I think if you're
No,
going
seriously.
for, so I mean, if you're 30%, dude, if only 30% of people have degrees, you're gonna have a lot more of an advantage getting a job, whatever job you want, really. It's not really
Hmm.
hard to get. Like, honestly, dude, it doesn't even matter what field you go into, as
Because,
long as you
dude,
have that
a,
degree. It's
a,
like
a
people
degree.
only care about that piece of paper, dude. It's
But no,
crazy.
but you know why they care about it? It's not about the piece of paper. It's about that this person was able to put his mind to something and accomplish it
Yeah.
while the struggle.
It's
So it's
it's a sense of like trust. It's
hmm
like, hey, dude, you went through college, you had assignments, you went to exams, and
hmm
you finished this, and you did well. So that means I could trust
I
you
can
with this
trust you,
position.
exactly, exactly, and I can trust,
You
and I
have
can
this
pay you
you
more
have
because
a
I'm
great,
gonna be trusting you more, dude.
absolutely. So I think that's actually a really, it's not really the piece of paper. It's just like you accomplished something huge in your life,
You accomplish
and
something
you are
most
worth.
people cannot. Most people cannot.
Do you think they can't, or they don't want to, or
Okay,
they
so that's okay. That's actually a very good point, because
they can't?
some people
People
can't
can't.
afford it. Some people don't have the family members. Some
Ah,
people
true.
family support. Some people have to work their whole lives. So like it's kind of like being
If
born
you're put
into
in a
being
if you
born
put in
into
a
poverty.
position where you can't
Exactly.
afford it, yeah.
So being born into poverty, you don't have the luxury of telling yourself, "Hey, I'm gonna go to college." You can have all the government funding in the world, but it's all about the mindset. You can't grow up in a poverty household and change your mindset right away.
It takes a lot of like actively seeking knowledge and kind of like knowing like, all right, so my family's been poor. I don't want to say, I don't like using the word poor because I don't kind of like describing people off their income alone, because they're more than just their income.
Of course, yeah,
But
100%.
if you come from a generation of families, like 8 generations where you guys haven't really been able to prosper or meet uh um or sorry meet ends meet, like as in like pay your bills and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
kind of like
Make ends meet. Yeah,
prosper in a
yeah.
way where you can live comfortably,
Mm-hmm.
that is
Financially,
poor.
financially free. Yeah.
You to change that, you need to educate yourself
To change your
on,
mindset. Exactly.
change your
It's
mindset,
hard.
and
No,
kind of
dude.
like seek like knowledge on how you could break the cycle. Every single rap song I hear about is about breaking that generation, like breaking. I broke,
Intergenerational wealth.
yeah, no, I broke my family, like I changed my family tree. There you go. Changing your family tree
Change.
and kind
Yeah.
of like,
Put it in the right
yeah,
path. And dude,
you have a lack of funds, it creates insecurity and doubt, and when you're stressed, you can't think straight.
no, yo,
When
you
you're
really
worried
can't. No,
about where your next meal is going to come from, you can't think straight.
no, you
When you're
can't.
worried if you're going to get evicted the next day, you can't think
No,
straight.
you can't,
When you
dude.
can't think straight, your IQ is going to go down. When you're stressed, your IQ is going to go down. I've been through this, dude. I've been at points where I haven't been at points where I don't know where my next meal is going to come from, but I've been at points where like, shoot, I'm broke right now and I don't know what to do,
And
right?
you don't
So
exactly. So you just can't think. Everyone's been in that situation.
I
So
feel dumber
so
when I'm
so.
like, when
But
I have a
but the
lot of
thing
money
is,
in the bank,
you
I feel
have,
smarter.
but you have moments of like that. Think of the people who have that lifestyle.
So when you don't know where your next meal is come from, when your next meal is coming from, you are going to stress
You're in
and you're
panic
gonna,
mode, dude. All you are is in panic mode. Especially
yeah. So
if you have
body
a
release,
family. If you have a kid, then it's double the stress.
when you're struggling, your body releases cortisol, and it's the stress hormone, and it lowers your dopamine. So it actually it it makes it like, so dopamine is control, like is actually the one in control of sleep, concentration, memory, and all that. Dopamine like controls everything in your head.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when you don't have enough dopamine, dude, like when you, okay, so there's actually an amazing quote where it'll actually like help out with it, where like money doesn't buy happiness, but a lack of money will cause unhappy. You will not be
Literally,
happy.
yeah.
When you're not happy, you can't think straight. When you're unhappy, you're stressing. You just can't live life, dude. It's hard living life. And that's why I think like there shouldn't be such a thing as poverty. In the UK, they have a perfect system where there's such like it's like a perfect balance of like there's still capitalist advantages where companies can still make money,
Mhm.
but also people aren't struggling on the
People,
street. People,
yeah,
you don't
the
see
people.
homeless people in Europe as
Oh,
often as you do in
as often
America. In
as you do,
America, it's very
yeah.
prevalent.
Mm-hmm. And it's like if anyone has any opposing views and they want to discuss this on live stream or on and podcast recording, whatever, let me know, dude. We can have all these discussions, and then maybe you'll change my mind, maybe I'll change yours. That's the point of all this.
This is very interesting. Yeah, I'm liking this a lot. By the way, this is really fun.
I'm glad you're having fun, dude. We
First
also,
episode, bro. Yeah, let's go, dude.
we also got to talk about Twitch drama, dude. What do you mean? Okay,
Let's go,
no,
dude.
okay. So
No,
something.
actually, Joe, I'm fine sticking on this topic. I'm fine switching. I don't really mind.
Mhm.
I think whatever comes to mind, we should just talk.
Mhm. Yeah, no.
Just kind of like
One thing I do want to talk about is gonna be the. You said
funny.
something regarding Pokimane. I don't know what's going on with her.
So Pokimane got into some controversy earlier. It was kind of made up controversial. Controversy. I feel it wasn't something that like. It wasn't. It's like something that exists that you don't really need to talk about. It's like the sky is blue. You don't really talk about it. It's just kind of like there, right?
It's just there, yeah.
So it's like the moon exists, and it's just like kind of there. Like, oh, I'm gonna bring it up for no reason, and then I'm gonna create controversy. Like, why is it there, huh? Like, what?
Okay.
What's going on? So Leafy actually made a couple videos, like kind of like calling out Pokimane on why she doesn't disclose to her viewers that she has a boyfriend, even though she does have a boyfriend. Like, why doesn't she tell her viewers?
Why would
actively,
she?
Hey,
As a
boyfriend, by the
dude,
way, you shouldn't simp.
hold on. Okay, so to come from okay, I 100% understand as to why she doesn't disclose it. If you thrive off people who are desperate, you wouldn't give them a reason to find someone else to be desperate about. Because if someone has a boyfriend, what do? A lot of people, even though they're desperate, they respect that and they move on to another person. A lot of these online people, dude, they just want attention, and when they know that the person they want attention from has a boyfriend, to them that's not worth shit anymore. You just leave.
So it's kind of like the thing on Instagram where on Instagram you see a pretty girl, right? And she's like
I know where
standing
you're
by
going.
herself and she's pretty, right? Oh, like, oh, she's pretty. I'm gonna like the photo, right? But there's like a study where it's like if the girl shows the picture of her and her boyfriend, the likes drop by
The
like
likes-
55% or like
Yep.
60%. Or like she doesn't get any likes.
Exactly.
She has a boyfriend in the picture. Because dude, the reason, okay, why do people watch Pokimane? What is the main reason, Hassan? What do you think?
Personally, I've never watched her. I've never found her entertaining. But I feel like at this point, it's a meme to watch Pokimane, so that's why people are in it. That's why people watch her. Like, I swear to God, I've gotten gifted subs because I literally said on stream, I don't want it.
I've literally gotten them as well by my viewers. They've literally gifted me subs because they know if I am like, so I think Pokimane has kind of not necessarily been the main reason. There's this whole simp culture.
Mhm.
She's definitely a contributing factor to why there's simp
she's a
culture.
massive factor, yeah. And then at the same time, like, dog, have self-respect, man. Have some self-respect. To the people who are simping and giving her insane amounts of money, I just
Yeah.
and if you do that, please, I'm sorry for disrespecting you. Psych, I'm not sorry. I just want to know why. Do you feel like she deserves it? And if you feel like she does, all power to you. We're all different. If you enjoy her content, all power to you. Or do you do it because you hope one day you'll get to see a little bit of her coochie?
So yeah, so it goes back to like, do you know what the main demographic is for Pokimane's viewers? What do you think? Like age and gender.
Age and gender, I think it's like 18 to 25%. I would say 75% of them are 18 to 25. Sorry, let's say 60% of them are 18 to 25 male. And then 15% of them are like 30 plus older people who are just desperate. And then I would say 10% of them are women. 10% of them are girls. Because she does attract women.
Yeah, she definitely has women viewers. Okay, so my guess, I don't have the real demographics because nobody does, right? But I'm just gonna assume explosion of the internet, there are more kids on the internet than ever before. There are a lot of kids on the internet, okay? 90% of Pokimane's viewers, I can tell you right off the bat, are male. And 90% of her viewers, I can tell you right now, are under the age of, actually, no, not 90. Maybe like, I'm gonna guess like 70% are under the age of 6.
Of
So
the
these
age of
guys
what?
are literally teenage boys, little boys, either also like really, really young, like maybe 8 years old, 9 years old. Because these are the kids. Okay, when a little boy sees a pretty girl on the internet, it's not real. Okay, so all right, so there's many girls on the internet,
Mm-hmm.
but Pokimane has created this momentum where she's kind of like one of the main girls.
Mm-hmm.
So
Of course.
when you're scrolling through Twitch, and Pokimane's at the very top, she's gonna attract more and more and more
Oh,
young
100%. Yeah.
people because it's so what I realize is something it's called the proximity principle, where it's just you're attracted to whatever you see in front of you,
Of
and as
course.
you like
And
she
what everyone
attracts
wants.
more children, right? They think it's like they it's so she's just there, and the men are there, or sorry, the kids are there, so they just simply just they just
Boost
watch
her
her.
up. Yeah, they boost her up. Like I've watched probably like 10 minutes of her videos, and I don't find her funny.
So I have
She's
nothing against Pokimane. She's
Oh,
actually
of course
really
not.
like
Yeah.
so I've played with her so much in solo queue. I've actually talked to her as well, and I've also whatchamacallit, back in the day, I feel like as like I was big in like League of Legends. I felt like I was just so close to everyone else. So I have a lot of respect for Pokimane. I'm not like saying anything negative, but a lot of the reason why do people do watch is, dude,
It's for the
like
meme.
she's not necessarily amazing at the video game, okay? And she even can tell you that she's not amazing at the video game. But what is she? She's attractive, she's young, right? And she's streaming. And I think it's totally fine to have a crush on somebody on social media, but to go as far as to donate to somebody and also kind of like, oh, they have a boyfriend, I'm gonna get super angry. What the heck? You didn't tell me you had a boyfriend?
Exactly,
As
dude.
as in they think they have a chance.
As if they
I mean,
really have a chance.
if Pokimane has 20,000 viewers, why are 20,000 people getting mad that she has a boyfriend? Are all 20,000 people
Trying to get in
like
their pants,
assuming
like,
that
yeah.
you're gonna get with Pokimane?
Hmm.
It's kind of bonkers. She has how many subscribers on YouTube? Like 2 million or something?
I don't know. I don't keep track of her.
Oh, yeah. She has like 4 million Instagram followers.
Jesus.
Like, do all 4 million people like, oh no, she has a boyfriend, I can't get with her. Now I'm gonna hate on her, and I'm gonna dude, it's like, oh my, it's crazy. It's absurd. It's something that shouldn't even be talked to.
It shouldn't. No, dude, it really shouldn't. Like, if someone has a boyfriend, I mean, I guess why she wants to hide it. I 100% support her in hiding it. I don't blame her. It's a marketing strategy, dude.
It's dude, like personal life and streaming life shouldn't even interval. Like, there shouldn't even be a question. Like, hey guys, I'm gonna tell you everything in my life, or I could just play the game and just have some fun. If you guys want to watch, you guys
You
can
guys
watch.
can, yeah.
I
And
never
then
implied that you guys would get with me. I never implied that like I was
exactly,
single
dude.
or I didn't have a
Exactly.
boyfriend.
It's
I
kind of
never did
like
anything. I'm literally here just streaming. You come, you watch, whatever.
it's
You
kind of
know,
like
it shouldn't be
teasing.
like.
You're
Go ahead.
teasing them,
Sorry.
dude. No, I'm just saying, dude. It's kind of like teasing them. You don't ever give them the full burger. You give them little bits by bits. Because when they
Yeah.
get the full
So
burger, they're full. That's what you don't want. Man, my water's all.
it's yeah, dude, these kids have like this presumption that like if I donate to her, then I'm obligated to have her and only her, or if I watch her, I'm obligated to her. Like they kind of treat her like an object, almost. Like
Oh,
you're
100%,
mine.
100%,
Like,
and I am with you.
like oh, it's kind of like, and she had a when she made the apology video, I cringed. Like, why would you apologize for that? It just makes
Well,
no sense. She was getting mad hate for it. I get it, but it was like hate that was so unnecessary. Just mean it's so, you know, half the controversy online is just so stupid. It just doesn't make any sense.
That's true. Same thing with what Kanye is like ranting on Twitter right now about something. Like, here, let's actually see this.
So he's actually currently in a Sony and Universal deal in a contract, and he can't release any music until he's out. I don't think.
Okay, so
Or he said
let's
he
just
won't
go. Let's
release
just go over
music
his
until he's
tweets.
out.
Okay, so let's go over. So he said, "I'm not in the industry, bro. I don't care. I'm in service to Christ. We need world healing. I miss my brothers. I refuse to argue with black men on labels we don't own, even Twitter. I have the
So
what? Go ahead.
Kanye just tweeted buy property. I like that because the market's gonna crash. Do you think the market's gonna crash?
100%. We'll talk about that next time because we've been. I don't know if you know. We've been recording for like 40 minutes already. 45 minutes.
I'm enjoying this so much. This is great.
Yeah. Let's see, dude. And he says, I have the utmost respect for all my brothers. We need to link and respect each other. No more dissing each other on labels we don't own. Let's stop killing each other. Let's show God that we are God's people. My ego gets the best of me too, but God doesn't measure us by money in his kingdom. Let's love each other. I love my brother and I miss my friends. Real talk. He's
6 hours ago.
yeah, he was like, use the government money and buy land. Okay, so with that kind of logic, people are like, oh, use the government money. How much money do you think these poor people are getting? Like $20,000? No, they're getting, dude, not even, what is it, $800?
I have a lot of friends who got their unemployment checks.
Yo,
and
don't
they're
get me
getting,
wrong. I'm considering applying for unemployment too, dude. What the fuck?
they're getting a lot of money, dude. People are getting a lot of money right now. Money is just coming from the sky, which So a lot of people said like, oh, it's going to cause inflation and all that, but I do agree with the fact that like 99 or sorry, there's like 70% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck or 80%.
Mm-hmm.
So the money is going back into the system. But obviously there is going to be inflation. There's not
Inflation,
inflation,
yeah, inflation. There you go.
inflation. I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm a bio major, yeah.
It's all good. Hey man, I appreciate respected. I'm
But
a little
yo,
retarded too.
there's gonna be obviously inflammation, but I do like the idea of like, so stimulating the economy. I feel like there's more. See, I like the idea of stimulating. Like it's like what Europe does. Europe gives money to their people
Mhm.
to pay for education, pay for food. They make sure everyone's taken
But
care
the
of.
thing
I
is,
like that.
but the thing is, what they do is they also get taxed a little higher, but they get their return. You're telling me that you're telling me that you don't want to get taxed like 1 or 2% more, at the very most 5 to 7%, just so everyone can have a universal education and healthcare. Dog, you are a selfish piece of shit. Like,
Dude, America is so corrupt in
it's so
terms of like
selfish.
the education system and healthcare system. Why is this still even a question? Like we know by research and history in socialistic countries how like we know that having like an education system and a healthcare system where it's public and everyone has
The thing
access.
is, not even just socialistic countries, because people hate that word. People hate socialism. I get it. I get it. You hate socialism, but let's look at what other countries like Norway, Germany, Denmark, the Scandinavian countries are doing, and implement
So
those strategies.
So the reason why America is the richest country in the world is because we adopted a capitalistic society where it's all about money, making money. But that's turned us into a very unhappy
But we're
culture.
also a consumer economy. So if we don't spend money, our economy crashes. World
Mhm.
economy crashes.
The more people spend, the better the economy.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
so it's like, do we sacrifice? Okay, so but the thing is that all this greed and all this like, kind of like everything is about making money in America. Everything's about selling, 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 and buying, buying, buying. Everything's about that,
It
right?
is. It is.
But it's kind of like where are the values out?
We're
Shouldn't
thinking
everybody
short term.
be
Yeah.
shouldn't everyone be like shouldn't it be a right to have education? Shouldn't it like be a human right to
To
be
have
educated?
education. No, dude, you want to hear something messed up? These two
Mm.
elderly couple, like I think they were in their 80s, they committed suicide together because they couldn't afford the hospital bill.
Dude, that is like that shouldn't be a thing. I
Exactly.
feel.
In America, hold
We're
on, I gotta.
I feel like we're okay, it's 2020, right? We're so developed. We're so smart, dude. Literally, we're so smart. Everyone's so smart. Everyone knows, like I think everyone knows, but just nobody takes like the right action. And I feel like this is just a cluster of just like
If anyone wants the source of what I just said, it'll be in the description. So it's elderly couple found dead in apparent murder suicide, left notes about high medical bills. He's 77 years old. He told the dispatcher, "I'm going to kill myself."
dang. That's
77,
that's
dude.
terrible, dude.
He couldn't
That shouldn't be a thing.
No,
That's what
in,
shouldn't.
in America, dude, what
What
the
are suicide rates in Europe?
Huh? Let's
That's
see.
it. I feel like so it's gonna sound like I'm really pro Europe. I'm not pro Europe. I think
I'm
we
pro.
should
I'm pro
maybe
their
adopt-
system.
We should adopt maybe some of the things that are
Some
are
of their
working.
values, yeah.
I mean, I love America, dude. This is like literally the only place where you can make a life for yourself that you do want to make because you have the opportunity to. There's so much opportunity here. But when it comes to happiness, you'll realize why most European countries have the highest rates of happiness. What is it? Freaking country is it?
Actually, yeah. So, what was it?
Country has the highest
Yeah, happiness. Hold on,
happiness
happiness.
rate. It's what's that country? Denmark. Denmark has the highest.
Yeah,
happiness.
World
Why?
Happiness Report. Yeah, so like it's all the countries that have like that take care of their people. World Happiness Report. Let's see. I'm trying to pull up the list.
So it goes.
It
Switzerland.
goes. Let's see.
It goes Finland, Denmark, Switzerland, Iceland, Norway, Netherlands, Sweden, New Zealand, Austria. Literally, these are all European countries. About every single one is a European country. They live longer, they're happier, and their government cares.
And the government
But
cares about them. Say that again.
Their government cares.
The government cares, dude. All right, dude. Let's wrap this up, dude.
I mean, doesn't care about us, but I feel like they could do a better job of making sure that everyone's needs are met.
Oh, easily. No, 100%, dude. 100%. All right, let's see this, dude. All right, well, let's actually see. So we'll talk about some more stuff. We'll talk about some more upcoming. So we'll probably upload another one. So either the second one might go on my channel or a different channel. We'll probably create a dedicated channel for all this.
I think we should.
Yeah,
Sure.
definitely. This is
Politics
so.
and league kind of like.
Yeah, they're two opposite. They're two. Yeah. So we'll talk about whatever's current. I mean, some league drama, some Twitter, some Twitch drama, some YouTube drama.
Sounds good.
So I mean, yeah. So do you have any final words for this first episode?
Dude, I had a lot of fun, dude. We're gonna do
Yeah,
this
well,
like every
probably-
every like what is it today? Tuesday?
Probably we'll do it every.
Really?
Probably we'll do it two to 3 times a week. We'll aim for 3 times. Sometimes 4.
I think having a discussion like this is so vital. I think it's great.
It is.
I think it's great. Just put your thoughts out there.
Just
Kinda
put-
just
just
talk
put your
about
thought-
the current things happening instead of watching
And
things
then
happen. You talk about and how
We'll always
we can
have
change
different
it.
guests too. Different guests. Like we'll have league guests. We'll have some other stuff. Other guests. I mean, yeah. Aside from that, I mean, any final words?
No final words.
No
man.
final
I
words.
mean,
All right. Well, it was.
This is so much fun.
It was fun. First episode was pretty good, dude. All right. I mean, so you can say bye and then I'll say bye.
Guys, take care. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the podcast. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel or whatever you're watching in this. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast.
And your socials.
Like,
If you want to put your socials in there, like your Instagram that you started using.
and go ahead and follow me on my Instagram at GhostToLane or my real name. I probably won't leak right now, but maybe later.
Maybe in the
You guys
future.
are-
Okay.
Follow me on Twitter at GhostToLane. Follow me on YouTube at GhostToLane if you want League of Legends content. But yeah, those are my socials. How about you, Hassan?
This is actually more fun than I anticipated. Like time went by fast.
Oh yeah, the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my Twitter and Instagram are same thing. Dumb Hassan, both same thing. Aside from that, yeah, it was really fun. We'll probably do next one will probably be on in a few days, so look forward to that. And also remember, we need what's the word? We need topics.
Comments?
We need
Comments?
comment
A
your we comment names so that we can make the podcast something interesting. If we choose you, we'll do $20 gift card, Amazon, RP, V-Bucks, Roblox, like whatever you want. And then on top of that, on top of that, if this gets, let's see, what, like 1,000 likes, we'll do another $20 giveaway. Aside from that, catch you guys later.
Take care, boys.
Bye bye.